Hi friends, welcome back to another video and another new tutorial video on Adobe After Effects. So in my previous video as well, I had taught you how to start with the After Effects. That was just an introduction video, and I have just shown you the user interface of Adobe After Effects. One of the most important things that I forgot to tell you in that video is that After Effects is not a free software, it's a paid software and its prices I think $20.99 per month, which is like 1675.75 Indian rupees per month. Alright, so today we will do some basic animations in After Effects. I will tell you how to do some very basic animation in After Effects. So let's get started. Alright, so on my computer screen you can see that I have opened Adobe After Effects. So as I told you to how to open a new project, just click on this new project option. Alright, so this is how a new project looks. I have told you in the previous video. This is the project window, this is the composition window, and this is the timeline. Okay, first of all, let me tell you what is a composition. So composition is basically a small sequence in which one task is done. Composition is never that big. Okay, we don't make compositions very big. It's very small, for example 10 seconds or 15 seconds or 1 minute. If we create a very big composition, then it gets heavier, so our system hangs a lot. So we make small compositions in which we do some of the animations, and we join all the compositions to create one full animation. So basically that's known as a composition. Alright, so this is a new project. If you can also open a new project from here, go to file and new, and then go into the new project option. You can open a new project as well. As I told you, here in the project window, we can also like, here is the import window after we create a composition. Okay, so how to create a composition? Composition can be created in two very simple ways, three simple ways actually. By clicking on this option, new composition, or you can just right click and create a new composition from here, or else here is a button here. Actually not here. This one. This is create a new composition. From here you can create a new composition just by clicking on it, and this composition settings window opens. Or you can right click here and you can just create one new composition, then also the composition settings open. Or else you can create click on this new composition box to open the composition settings. So these are the three simplest ways of creating one composition. Alright, so let's click on this button and create one composition. I will suggest you to give the name of your composition. For example, second class. Alright, so here are some of the things which you have to take care of. So like a preset. What is a preset now? This is that your basically your resolution of your video, so or your animation. So I will set it to actually HDTV 1080-25. So this is full HD, which is 1920 to 1080 pixels, and these are all the things. So this is a frame rate, which is 25 frame per second, that is FPS, and your resolution let it be half, not full, because if you get your resolution to full, then your system hangs a lot, it becomes heavier. So yes, and this is the start time code, let it be 0000, and this is the duration of your composition. So here it is given 10 seconds. So I would prefer you to give it very small, like 10 seconds or 15 seconds or 1 minute, not more than that, because your system will hang a lot if you do that. And this is a background color. You can change your background color from here. It's by default black. You can take any of the background color like red and just click on OK. Or else I will just keep it in black only. I will just click on OK, and that's it. How to just create one composition. Now we have to just click on OK to create that final composition. And this is the black window where the composition display is shown, or you can see the animation is shown. As I told you, this is the timeline. Here you get the layers, and this is the timeline where the time is shown, and everything I discussed in the first class. So if you haven't watched that tutorial, then a link will pop up above. That's on the I button, so you can watch it from there. I have give a very detailed tutorial there. Alright, so now we have to import the files. Now how to import the file? There are three ways of importing a file. That is, first way is click on this file option and go to import, and then click on the file option to import one file. Your browse window will open, and then you can import the file. Another way is just by right clicking on there and go to import, and then click on the file option to again open the browse menu and browse your files like your audio files, video files, or your image files. The second and the best way and the simplest way is this is third way, not the second actually. But this way, double clicking on this area. If you just double click on this area, then your browse window will open, and these are three simplest ways of doing it, like importing your files. So I will import these two files actually, and selecting those files, click on the import button. So it will import, and this is the one. And by the way, our composition which we created is also shown here. So the number of composition you will create, it will show up here. So this project window is like a container in which all those imported files and the composition is stored in it. You can say that. Okay. So now, as I told you that to basically to do one animation, you have to drag these imported files to your that is the black color display window or your timeline. So you can do that. Alright, so let's select one file. For example, this one. Actually, I will select this one. This is a flower. Both are flower actually, but both are different flowers. Okay, so you can just drag it to this display or else the timeline. If you want your picture to be in the middle of that display, at the middle, just at the center actually, then I will suggest you to drop your image or your file, you can say, in the timeline. Or else if you want to keep it anywhere else, then you can drop it on your this display window. For example, I want it here, so I will just drop it in the window. So it will just be here. It will not be in the center, or else you can just make it at the center as well. But if you want it at the center, then you can just drag it in the timeline here, and see, it's just at the middle or at the center of your screen. So that's the one. Now here, when you drop one, there here is the layer, as you can see. So here, first of all, you get this visibility. Now what is this visibility? So this is one eye kind of icon. So if you click on that, your layer will be invisible, and if you again click on that, then the eye icon is shown and your layer will be visible. So that is the visibility. And here are some of the options. Like here is a kind of a lock, through which if you don't want to disturb your layer, then you can just click on here to lock your layer, so you won't be able to do anything on this layer. Okay, so I'll just unlock it. And here are also a few things which we will learn about in other tutorial videos. Okay, so here when you have imported this, then to create one animation here on this layer only, let the layer be selected. Here you get one small arrow icon, as you can see. So if you just click on this arrow icon, then you get one transform properties. Uh, you can see that this property is of that layer itself. So when you click on this arrow beside that transform property, you get a lot of properties, like there are 5 properties, I think, yes, and here is the anchor point, here is the position, here is the scale, here is the rotation, and here is the opacity. Now what are this? Anchor point is basically the center of your layer. For example, this flower is having a center at this. This is the anchor point. We will not learn about the anchor point in this video. This it will be aside. Here then you get the position. Now what is the position? There are two values. So see, if I move my layer, or you can say that object, then the position is changing. This means that I am like disturbing the position, or I'm changing the position of my object. So that's why its position is changing. Okay, so this is a position. The next thing which we can see here is the scale. Here it is. So basically there are two options in scale. It is 100%, so its scale or its size is 100%, or you can say it's a full size object. If I decrease the size, then see, it's decreasing. And there are two values. This is the width and this is the height. And when I change one, like I'm changing the height, sorry, the width, then the height is also changing simultaneously. Now why is it happening? This is because here you get one chain link here, uh, using which these both are joined. So when you change one setting, like the width, then the height simultaneously it changes. So if you want to change only the height or only the width, then you can just unleak this chain, and then you can do the width and the height. Alright, so this is one thing, and okay, let it be 100% by the way. Next is the rotation. So basically it is also having two options. So this is the whole rotation. Like if you want your object to rotate one round in 1 second, then you can just click on this and you can just change it to one. Or else if you want it to just rotate slightly, not one, then you can just change this one. So if I change this, see it's some 17 point, 18 point this one, and when I do it like more, then it will change into 1. See, it changed into 1. So that's one of the properties of it. So next is the opacity. So opacity is basically the color correction. Opacity is the brightness, you can say. So it's also in a 100% value. So when you will change the opacity there from 100% to 75%, so its brightness will go down, you can say, and it will become of a lighter color. So that's opacity. So for example, if you want to only get the rotation, for example, then what you can do is you can press the R button on your keyboard and you will get only the rotation. If you want your opacity only, then you can just press the T button to get the opacity. If you want only the scale, then you can press on the S button to get the scale. If you want your position, then you can just click on the P option to get P, or you can say the position. Okay. And if you want multiple things like the position and the scale, then after pressing P, click on the shift option and then press S to get both the things. If you want another thing like the rotation, then shift and R to get the rotation. So like this you can do that if you are getting confused with so many options. Okay, so here we are getting all the options. Now, beside all this option, you can see one stopwatch kind of icon. What is it? This thing is used for making animations. How? This stopwatch, when you click on this, it creates a keyframe. Now, what is a keyframe? Keyframe is basically that duration between the duration between the initial point and the final destination. The animation which is happening is because of this keyframe. Alright, for example, if I change the position, for example, I want to make a animation in which this flower comes from here to here after a second. So how can I do that? I will just click on this stopwatch in position. So you will get a keyframe here. This is the keyframe, and on your timeline here also you get this keyframe. Okay. So this is the initial point. So in the first point, I will keep my flower here. It will not appear in the screen, but after a second, I need my flower here at the center. So you can see here also there is a key point, keyframe. So here this is the initial position, this is the final position, and between these the animation which is happening is because of these keyframes, and it will affect the position of this since I have given the keyframe in position. So if I show you the animation, so it will happen like this. Okay, it came from here to here. So this is basic, a very simple animation. Next is the scale. For example, I want it to be from very small to very big. Right? It is right here when it's 0 second, or at the initial point it will be very small, and when it's at the final point then it will be very much big. So it depends on the scale. So I will click on the scale and I will make this 0. At the initial point it will be 0, like it will be a small dot, and when it 1 second, you can do it in 1 second by here you can get the position, and you can click on this go to next keyframe. So you will get here, and in the scale I want it here it to be 100. I am pretty sure that you are understanding all this which I am showing. So if you are not able to understand something, then you can just comment down below. Alright, so back to it. So here I make the thing which I had done is like from smaller it will be coming from small to big, from the left side to the center. So let's play the animation. Let's see what happens. Okay. So from smaller it came to bigger. You can also move this keyframes by selecting it and then like getting it to another place, like from 2 seconds. So now it will be a bit slower because it was too fast. See, it's happening like that. So it's that simple to do. Alright, now the rotation. I want this image to rotate once and then come to its final position. Alright. So what I'll do is I will give a keyframe at rotation, and in 2 seconds I will click on here and we will go to the 2 second one. It will rotate for one time. Alright, so in one time it will rotate for one time only. So let's see. It rotated for one time like that. So that's very simple. Now it's the time for opacity. Change the brightness. So at first at 0 second I will give it to I will give a keyframe on opacity, and at the first I want it to be 0, and after 2 seconds I want the opacity to be 100. So let's see what's the final animation. This is a very basic animation as I said. Okay, so that's looking pretty nice. That's our first animation which we created. It was very simple. Now we will do with another image. Since I imported two images, I will do with the second image the same thing but in another way. Let's go. Alright, so let's import the second one. I want it to be at the upper side of it. Sorry. So this is the layer. So this is that flower. Now that's our animation. So at the final point actually, okay. So here that was our animation. So basically that second layer here we are getting it. So in the position, this is the 2-second one here. So here I will keep this one at the center. Okay. Now I want it from the first. Here we will give keyframes on all these positions, scale, rotation, opacity at the same time. So I will give one keyframe on all these 2, 3, 4. I want its position to be at the center and its scale this one only, and actually not this one, its scale I will give it at 100%, and its rotation it will be 0 and opacity is 100%. Okay, and at the 2-second one, when that flower comes in the middle after 2 seconds, make sure you select it. So here I will give the position here. Okay, it will go outside and its scale will be 0. Its rotation will be 1. It will rotate for 1 time, and in opacity it will get to 0. Okay. Okay, let its scale be not 0 but 10, because it's very small. Okay, so let's see our final animation. So that's our final animation. So it's looking pretty nice, and see, it's of this composition is of 10 seconds, so it will show the whole composition of 10 seconds. So that's very big. So here in this layer you get a gray color bar type of something. Okay, and at the end of this bar you get this blue color work area end. Okay, so you can just drag it here. So this area is known as your work area. So your playhead will stop right there. And it's getting a loop because I have set it to loop, so it will loop as it. You can change this loop by going to preview and clicking on this, so your loop will stop. Clicking on this icon. Okay, so your loop will stop and it will show you for only one time. That's it. I will just click on it to set the loop, so it will show me it to me for some more time. So as one flower enters, another flower goes off. So this is very basic animation like that. as I told you. So if you are getting somehow confused, then you can tell me the queries in the in the comment section below. To download and know about Adobe After Effects, you can check the link in the description. So let's revise. This is the position, this is the keyframe boxes, this is scale, this is rotation, this is opacity. So what is the position? It will change the position of your layer. Scale will change the height and width of your layer. Rotation will make your object to rotate, and opacity will change the brightness, you can say, of the object. And that's it. Okay, I know it was a very big tutorial, but then also I hope this tutorial helps you to understand some of the basic animations in After Effects. And this is it. That's our class. I hope you like this video. And by the way, the thing which I forgot to tell you is that when we create a composition, we can not only create a composition by these things, but you can also create composition using Photoshop and Illustrator. And if you don't know what is Photoshop and Illustrator, I will tell you in some other video what is Photoshop. It is also, they are also softwares from Adobe. Okay, so that's it. Today's video is this. I know that the video was too long. I think it might be somehow boring, but then also you should watch this video till the end. It will help you, I'm sure. And as I told you, if you have any doubt regarding this video, then you can just comment down below. I hope you like this video. If you like it, then click on that like button. Share this video with them who want to learn After Effects, and also subscribe to the channel with the bell icon to receive videos like this. I make each and every kind of video, and you can also comment down that how can I make some better videos, and in which topic I should make videos. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be.